Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live. Hope you're having a good start to your day. And a few people coming on. I'll say hello to a few before we get rolling. Good morning, Nick, from our staff. Good to have you on with us this morning. And Nativity. And Rosalinda, Mike, nice to have you on. Jerry, good morning to you. Go Habs, another Jerry from Hatley, Quebec. Lisa and Rose, Cecile, good morning to you. Laurie Lee, nice to have you on with us this morning as we start another week, guys. This is Blow Your Socks Off Day. Linda, good morning. Micheline, bon matin. Nice to have you on this morning. This is Blow Your Socks Day. Yep, new study out. Saturday, I think, I posted it. Dale, good morning. Etta, and Tammy, and Frida. Nice to guys. We appreciate it, guys. Lloyd, good morning to you. And Jordan from Edmond. And Rose and Jeanette and Denise. Good morning, Denise. Hope you're feeling better. Nice to have you back with us. Colleen and another Rosemarie and Rita from Vancouver. Bright and early in the morning. Toro, Sonia. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so, and guys, I'm going to post this study again. I did it on Saturday on our private Facebook group. This study, brand new, hot off the press, was done at the University of Louvain in France, the University of Louvain. It was published in Cell Metabolism. And actually, you'll see 3D pictures of what DHA does to tumors. Guys, this is earth-shattering. It's groundbreaking. And I think if you followed me over the years, I have a protocol for cancer. No sugar. Because we know one thing about cancer cells. They adore sugar. If you don't believe that, then get a PET scan done. Not for your pets, but a cancer scan done. And they give you glucose, radioactive glucose, before the PET scan, which is the #1 cancer detector, works on glucose. You have to have radioactive glucose. Otherwise, the imaging doesn't work. I mean, it's very simple. Sugar feeds cancer, 100%. Cancer cells are like teenagers. They want sugar. Kids, they want sugar. Okay? So that's always been part of my protocol. Some people said it was too simplistic. Well, I said, well, look, it may be simple, but it's not easy. Just try and cut out every sugar that you know. Not that easy, is it? And so for cancer patients, I would tell them, look, whether you're taking chemo, radiation, whatever, no sugar. So that was well established in not mainstream medicine, but certainly an alternative or what we call functional medicine, okay? And then I was big on vitamin D. I'll talk to you about that this week couple of new studies out. But this one, this is something, and I've said this a lot, the day I stop learning, please put me out to pasture, okay? Like, never stop learning, guys. Learn every day. And I stretch myself, my brain, by reading and studying and looking and researching. And when I, actually my wife found it before I did. DHA and cancer. Incredible study out of the University of Louvain in France. They said this, okay? A cancer cell, it's a renegade cell. It don't listen. It has its own mind. It loves to create havoc inside your body, and it multiplies rapidly with food. Here's what we didn't know. One, sugar, absolutely. And the more sugar. Now, the only food that's really acidic is sugar. But cancer cells not only feed on sugar, they also feed on lipids. But listen to what I'm saying. Bad lipids. PUFAs. You know what PUFAs are? Polyunsaturated fatty acid. Not saturated fat. Unsaturated fat. These fake oils that you could run your car on. These synthetic oils. Oils that are made in a lab, not in nature. Your cancer cells love that stuff. They love that stuff. It even makes them more acidic. Just like sugar. So, PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, where do you get that stuff? In the middle aisles of your grocery stores and at your fast food chain. They cook your French fries in that stuff. In peanut oils and canola oils and safflower oils. And, when you use margarine, these are called PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids. So you have a perfect storm for a cancer cell. Sugar, because think about it. When you eat PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, most of the time you're including sugar in these things. From crackers to cookies and, like I said, the middle aisles of your grocery store. So you have sugar, you have PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, okay? Got that? Your cancer cells reproduce big time in that environment. And they're starving. They can't get enough fuel. Okay? Now, here's the study. Here's what they found at the University of Louvain. You know what they said? In their studies, when they introduced DHA, what is DHA? DHA and EPA are found in the animal kingdom, in fish, in red meat. When these researchers introduced DHA, not EPA, even though, okay, so what's the difference? EPA, let's say you have a piece of steak. You got EPA. EPA and DHA are found in the animal kingdom. They're not in the plants. They're found in the animal kingdom. So when someone tells you, don't eat from the animal kingdom, think about how crazy that is. You do not get EPA and DHA. Now, EPA is, I'm talking about its molecular structure. In the plant kingdom, you have ALA. It's a fatty acid, but it's short. Then when you get into the animal kingdom, you have EPA, longer fatty acid. But what is the longest fatty acid, guys? Molecularly. Its molecular structure, DHA. DHA. Okay? So, when the researchers introduced DHA, the long-chain fatty acid that you would find in steak, that you would find in fish, but this is therapeutic doses. When they introduce therapeutic doses of DHA to a cancer cell, to the tumors, and guys, 3D picture shows at about the 11th to 12th to 13th day of elevating your DHA levels, the tumor disintegrated. And what the researchers said is, in the absence, this is really important, guys, in the absence of PUFAs, well, the cancer cell said, look, I'm going to take any fat I can. I need fuel. But the second they consumed DHA, very specific, it was like poison to a cancer cell. Cancer cells were destroyed with DHA. Now, guys, I'm telling you something. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You know me, how much I love DHA. Why? For your brain. Your brain's made up of DHA. Your eyeballs are made up of DHA. Why do I love DHA? Your heart needs DHA. Your heart loves EPA too, but it especially loves DHA. So I take it, and I've been taking it for, 20 years, more than that, longer than that. I want to slide out of rooms. I'm taking so much oil. I want to lubricate skin, my eyeballs, my brain, my heart, my blood vessels. But guys, this is so significant. It tells us that cancer cells love sugar and love polyunsaturated fatty acids, crappy carbs, and hate DHA oil. Hate it. They think they like it. Cancer cells see it as a lipid. So they go, oh, I'm going to take that one in. It's like when you go fishing. Now, I'm not a fisherman, okay? But fish, you put the bait. True or false? I'm not kidding you. I got to tell you this story, guys. This is years ago. It's got to be more than 15 years ago. I had my two grandsons with me, and we had rented a cottage not far from our place here in Sudbury, and for a week. And the cottage that we rented had a fishing pole. I don't know anything about fishing. I didn't have any bait. You know what? I said, well, let's go try it. And fishing. And the only thing that I could think of is I had a hot dog. And I took a piece of hot dog, and this is a true story, guys. And I put it on the end of the hook, and I was surprised. I think I watched enough fishing shows on TV that I sort of, flicked the wrist and I cast out this thing. And my grandchildren two of my grandsons are with me at the end of the dock. And I'm not kidding you. True story. A fish grabbed this hot dog. It must have been a teenager. The fish had to be a teenager. We're looking for a hot dog. I'm not kidding you. I didn't have a net. I didn't have anything to bring that fish in. And I was laughing so hard. And my two grandsons must have thought, Grandpa, is he ever an expert fisherman using a hot dog for bait? But guys, the bait for a cancer cell is DHA. They get suckered in to take a good oil like DHA, and the cancer cell destroyed. The cancer cell destroyed. Now, I invite you over the next week or so, okay? If you can find this story in the mainstream media, please advise, okay? So if you're on our private Facebook group, post it. If you can find it, I have scoured the mainstream media as much as I can on social media, because I get everything on my, on my phone now, okay? So I actually have a service that sends me all these studies. Okay? But guys, if you can find it on me, this is groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking. It's incredible. And you and I have learned something. I've learned something. We already knew about sugar, but we didn't understand all of the components of how cancer proliferates. And I'm sure we'll learn more. I'm sure we'll learn more. But this ought to be, wow, a wow moment for the world. But I am just going to tell you what I think. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. This story will be buried. Guys like me in functional health care, or functional, what we call alternative or functional, boy, this is groundbreaking. But I have a feeling, and it's the world in which we live, guys. The world in which we live. There's no pharmaceutical company that's going to get a patent on DHA. Okay? So you're not going to hear too much about it. It's like vitamin D, guys. If we were hearing the truth, the whole truth about vitamin D and what it does, instead of like our health minister in Canada, when someone brought it up in Parliament, that what about vitamin D? They did it in Britain too. They brought it up in Parliament. What about vitamin D? There seems to be some really good research showing vitamin D and this virus. And what did our health minister say? That's fake news. I think she'd have trouble spelling vitamin D. It's not on their radar, guys. Don't be shocked. I've been in this business a long time. Nothing shocks me when it comes to politicians and when it comes to cancer. Nothing shocks me. I remember talking to an oncologist a few years back. I was shocked. I shouldn't say that. I wasn't shocked, but I was disappointed that they know so little about nutrition. I talked to her about vitamin D. I talked to her about eliminating sugar. She had never even thought of how the PET scan works. She didn't even, what? I said, well, how does it work? How can you not say that sugar is important in cancer and eliminating sugar in cancer when right in your hospital, in your oncology department, you have a PET scan? What is a PET scan? It's a cancer detector. And when you have cancer and you give someone glucose, they light up like a Christmas tree, whether it's in their brain or in their toes. It don't matter. The sugar goes directly to feed the cancer. I mean, it's simplistic, guys. But how many oncologists are going to recommend omega-3, DHA, the longer chain fatty acid, based on this study in France? Not many. And I want to tell you that I am now including DHA, which I loved, always loved, you know that. I always differentiated omega-3s. That's why I love vitamin S, steak. You get a lot of DHA in that, especially if it's grass-fed. Cows eat grass and you get DHA. How does that work? You're not to eat the grass. Well, they got 4 stomachs. And as they mulch that up, they're making their meat makes a lot of DHA. It really does. So, isn't this incredible, guys? Here we are in 2021. We're not going to ever stop to learn. We're gonna investigate. And when you understand the process, you go, wow, holy moly. Holy moly. Now, this is another study that was published. DHA and skin cancer. This is specific for skin cancer. Hot off the press. It reduces the risk of skin cancer. Isn't that amazing? Now, I've talked to you about skin cancer in the past, and I go 180 degrees against the grain because skin cancer in 99% of medicine and the population is the sun. The sun causes skin cancer. And I've said to you, now I want you to use God gave you a brain, use it. You investigate. But I've always said this, and I've never changed my mind. My mind is you can change my mind if you can prove it to me. But skin cancer is not the sun. It's a lack of sun. It's a lack of vitamin D. People that have low levels of vitamin D, the people that have very dark skin, the people that work indoors, the people that stay away from the sun, the people that do not take a vitamin D supplement, and they have low levels of serum vitamin D, established fact, they're the ones that get the more deadly cancer of melanoma. It's a lack of vitamin D. It's a lack of it. And always a disclaimer that I use. I always use this disclaimer. When I just told you this part, I tell you the other part. Don't burn in the sun. But burning in the sun will not give you melanoma. It might give you basal cell carcinoma. Don't burn in the sun. But it's an absolute fact that people that don't get the sun are the ones that get the most skin cancer. But this new study is showing, so vitamin D, really important. The sun is not the boogeyman. Number 2, DHA. Your cells, your skin cells love DHA for healthy skin. That real long chain fatty acid. DHA. There's something special about DHA that protects your skin. According to a new study, it reduces the risk of skin cancer. Hot off the press. And here's another one. Let me read you the headline. People with the high levels of DHA less likely to die from the virus. Wow. I'm adding it to my protocol, guys, in terms of cancer. So if anybody ever says, hey, my aunt's got cancer or whatever, Dr. Martin, what do you recommend? I never tell people not to take their, go see their oncologist or whatever. I never do that. I won't do it. So don't ask me, should I get chemo or radiation? I'm not going to talk to you about that. You got to make that decision. You got to decide what's best for you. I give information. I give information. I want you to have some options. And I don't care what kind of treatment you get. Well, first of all, I'd rather, you know this from our podcast. I want you to prevent cancer, first of all. And right now, today, in your body, I don't care who you are, and I don't care what age you are, today, you will fight cancer. There are cancer cells in your body as we speak. And your body, when you give it the right tools, knows how to fight cancer. You have what we call an immune system. Oh, how we've forgotten about the immune system in the last couple of years. Year and a half. We talk about it here, but the mainstream media, they don't even talk about it. The immune system. Guys, I'm just going to tell you. Fall is a-coming. You know what's going to happen in the fall? We're going to get another season. I don't know what happened to the flu, but it's coming back. It's coming to a theater near you in the fall. Soon as the sun. So enjoy your restaurants or whatever, unless you're in the United States. In Canada, enjoy. If they're going to start opening up, when you can, in Ontario, go get a haircut. Because, in my opinion, it's going to close up again in the fall. Because every time now we're so conditioned. We're so conditioned that if there's an outbreak, and there always was outbreaks, by the way, of the flu, right? The flu season. But you know better than the rest of the world. Take care of your immune system. Eliminate sugars and PUFAs, those crappy oils, those synthetic oils, oils made in a factory, not in nature. Get rid of that. Increase your levels of vitamin D. Naturally, do it in the sun. In this time of the year especially, get outside. Get in the sun. Get in the dirt. And get those probiotics. And now, adding to the cancer fight, adding to your immune system is DHA. DHA, the new kid on the block, the cancer buster. Never mind what it does for your brain. I'll show you a new study on vitamin D. We'll do that tomorrow, combined with omega-3. For your brain, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Wow. Guys, this is groundbreaking. And think of it. It's a secret. It's like a secret. The world doesn't want you to know it. Take care of your own body before you take care of someone else's. Take care of your own body. I don't like to get too complicated. I'm a simple man. I want stuff simple for me. I break this stuff down, guys, to give it to you so that you can understand it and do something about it. And then to the extent you can influence other people, well, good for you. Everybody has some influence. Some have more than others. And I've said it many a times. I thank you guys for the platform that I have. Somebody I talking to yesterday said, Dr. Martin, aren't you retired? I said, retired? Are you kidding me? I'm preaching to 50, 60,000 people a week. I ain't retired. I'm not even tired. Forget retired, I'm not even tired. When I read studies like this, it just pumps me up. It pumps me up. We have it, guys, right in nature to do something about these terrible disorders that are multiplying like cancer is. We're not winning the war on cancer, guys. We're losing the war. And fundamentally, we're losing it for a couple of reasons. One of them is we're looking for love in all the wrong places. We are looking at cancer like it's under the moon, looking for the cure under the moon dust or something. Let's lift up a rock on the moon and hope there's a cancer cure there. And medical schools are not taught. Let's start with the diet. Don't you think that has something to do with disease? I never thought of that. Ooh. You have no idea. You guys know more about nutrition than your doctor does. That is an absolute fact. It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Okay. DHA. Wow. Okay. So this week, we're going to have some great things coming. I'll post this again, okay? I'll post it again on the private Facebook group. And you guys are great, by the way. This group is wonderful. Okay? It really is. What a community. We love it. Enjoy. Okay, so I'll post it again. And if you're not a member, join up. Okay? Get your friends, get your family, join up. We're thousands and tens of thousands of people on that private Facebook group. And be nice. Okay, be nice. It's important. Okay? Did I tell you this the other day? Somebody said something, I really loved it. Develop a thick hide and a tender heart. I like that. Have a thick hide. Okay. Well, love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.